Well, pretty annoyingly, TradingView has decided to cut the video that I've been running since the cash open, pretty much. But I've got a trade here running in the US 30. It was based on the backside of the, let's just move this to a 15-minute chart, based on the backside of the trend. It's a micro trend on the lower time frames. The thesis is that high was locked in for the day, following the PPI surge. Peak formations are up, and we slid out the back end, and we've kept below this trend line. I took some money off just so that we could get paid. The thesis is that potentially we could have, essentially what I'd done is uh, I'd moved to stop to break even and targeting down here. So I took a third off the position at the third of the length of the trend, perspective length. It's a half an expansion of the day's range that I'm targeting. So this is the day's range, the blue box, and I'm targeting a break of the lows for a move for half an expansion. Actually tallies up with the lows over here in the 15-minute time frame, slightly above there. Um, I'm trading uh, against the inflation data, CPI, PPI, that mirrored each other. So it's against fundamentals that should be bullish for the stock market. But technically, there is length and money, low hanging fruit to be had.
Launched.
So I'm moving the take profit way out on the basis that we've got at least two dead after Russian missiles land on NATO state Poland on Ukraine border, according to the Express. So I think we can see a follow through in this story. So we're now at a 50% expansion of the day's range. The news start to really gain some traction in the markets. Um, Dow heavily in negative territory. The SPX heading that way. That's the news. So look, I mean, when you couple this with the COVID situation in China, um, Fed speakers pushing back against the pivot, and geopolitics now coming to the fore again, this is a reminder of how delicate this situation is in Russia. Risk off has to be the theme. There's no two ways about it. So, pretty content with this trade here. I mean, I should be thinking about adding to the position. And I took some off, but let's just see how things run. We can add to the position on a break of this structure on a pullback.
Just under an hour, Greenwich Mean Time, Polish government to hold a meeting at 8.
So the Pentagon is saying that they can't cooperate with the news. That's put a bit of a bid into stocks again. Um, but let's just see how this plays out. So we're now getting conflicting reports. A Polish reporter has come out, said that his sources and the services say that what hit um, Polish territory was most likely the remains of a Russian rocket shot down by armed forces in Ukraine. So what we're seeing is a reaction to that. But We're still on the front side of the trend line, so all good so far. Russia now saying that the reports are provocation, with the aim of escalating the situation. Deliberate provocation. Well, leaving it there for the day. Either this is going to blow off, which seems to be the most likely scenario, um, or at break even. But given where we are on the week, I mean, we could see a move up still. That correction is pretty solid. So drift higher perhaps. Um, but I think this resistance is well set, I would say. But yeah, we've got that impulse correction and an extension to the downside. I mean, if we were to draw let's see if I can measure this correction. Well, definitely, I think we should see at least a 100% expansion. But once we're in that territory, uh, below the wick, it's plain sailing all the way, really. See how we get on.